One night, us three were at the social club, right, and there was these groups of members from another service. Sara tried to get me and Rita's attention, and these people, I forget what they were from. Anyway, they kept giving me and Rita a dirty look all night, and sorry.
That's alright,
and Sara was trying to get mine and Rita's attention, and they kept staring at us all evening and kept going, oh, look at them, look at that, like pointing, like laughing, and oh, sorry, and Rita said, are you right? And I just blanked Sara and Rita just for a minute.
No, and me blanked out, no one.
Yeah, and I felt so embarrassed because there were people taking the mickey out of us three and kept giving us three dirty look, and
no, you and me, because Sarah's trying to get our attention. She could she?
And I find it really embarrassing.
They was both friends, weren't they?
Yes.
And they were whispering, oh, look at them two, and look at, like, laugh, not having a joke with us, but laughing, like, taking the mickey out of me and Rita. And I felt, and I found that really, at the end,
uncomfortable, didn't we?
Yeah, and at the end, I just had to go to the toilet.
I know you didn't.
And I was crying. And one of the blokes who works at the social club, he said, are you alright? I said, no. I said, those guys kept giving me and Rita a dirty look all evening. And I was really upset that night.
I know.
I had a bad experience in Cromer lately. There was this lady with orange hair. She noticed me from Overstrand. She was to live, and she said to me one day when she saw me, oh, I'll get you one night in the dark, and it really upset me. So I didn't know what to do. So when my mum was alive, she nearly called the police, and but she didn't. And so when my fiance Robert was in Cromer, he kept bumping into her, and I went told by my staff, or from my staff up on my mobile phone, and told her what happened. And she said to me, Robert, to go in Iceland to be more safer when she's about, because Robert spotted her at the bus stop. So we went into Iceland and kept in there.
Iceland, you mean?
And then she's been, any time we're about, she's always there all the time.
Right, disability hate crime. When I went to North Walsham to the Art and Craft one Friday, I was waiting for the bus and I got tapped broad daylight, and he went and pinched my handbag and my purse and everything and my bus pass and that, and he went and whacked me to the floor and that, and when the bus come I had a hard job to get up off the floor, and there weren't nobody about to tell them. And of course when the driver come, he helped us up to get me on the bus, and I told him, I said the person who tapped me, he went and took all my money and that, my bus pass. He said, it don't matter. He said, I'll sort of let you on and let you sit down now. And I was really shook up and frightened. I was. And not only that, I was covered in bruises, cuts and everything, I was.
So that must have been really frightening.
Were. And not only that, there weren't nobody about, or no witnesses or nothing, there wasn't.
I'll tell my staff, my carers, I will tell my fiance, Robert, I'll tell him. And if I was on my own in town, I can always go to a place where I'm safe and I can tell them.
Also, we told people in the shop, and also we would tell Nathan or the other police or our carers or key workers, and Robert and Sarah, who I've known right well, I would tell them to and all, and they would support us.
Brilliant.
I would tell the police that Nathan, and if there's any police about in Cromer, I'll tell them, and I'll tell them some advice to dial 999 to the police. If it happened the next day, that would be 101.
Nathan Jonas, the policeman who comes and sees us all, he took us 3 guys out with the stickers, and he said, and he asked us where do we feel safe at, and we've told him like the cafe and the gems, all of them,
and the pub.
and we had our photographs taken. And me, Sara and Rita are both, all 3 of us were in the paper.
But since we two have been, us 3 been working on that, we know what it's all about and that. Don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Chris,
yeah,
with us 3, we can do a talk at our meeting at Holt in front of people and tell them what hate crime is.
Yeah.
And then we can give them some prime examples.
Yeah, and also the leaflets as well and all, and that'll help them to understand what hate crime is all about, what we've done the training and that.
Since doing this disability hate crime, it's made me and 2 other guys who are here more confident, and it's made us feel more powerful and more active.
We always get support from disability hate crime, because I've been there for about 3 or 5 times, and I've been a companion for about, how long was it, Robert? How long?
About 3 years.
About 3 years. 3 years I've been in hate crime, and I love it to pieces. And it's given me confidence to be a companion.
It's been absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant, and things what we've done and that, it's been absolutely brilliant.
Cool. We didn't even pay you to say it.